Hey guys, this is the first recording of my new channel's video. The ones you've been seeing are VODs. This is an actual recording of my video. So, if you aren't fully aware, I've already played part of this on a VOD between the Empire War and Endzone, and I decided to make this a full recording on its own. So, I'll be playing this as it is, and I hope you enjoy. And if you like to leave a comment on future you like sorry, future videos and what you want to see, let me know in the comments and let's start playing. So I have to remind myself. It's been a minute. So I need to work on food and all that. And it looks like I have a pandemic, which is not good. I need to work on that. All right. Where's think it's here. Yes. Um, I need to put a hospital down. Oh, this is not a great spot. Right here. We'll put right here. In the radiation zone, of course. And I have homeless people. So we need to fix that too. So actually, this gives me an opportunity to redo the zones. So before I place that down, let's actually work on the cabins. So we'll get a general feel where I'm putting stuff. Let's put the fire here. So, of course, I'm not going to be building these houses because population-wise, it's not a good idea. So, we're going to go like this. I think it looks good. And we can fill some of the gaps in like that. I think that looks good. Now, I can take this logistic tool and actually start mapping these out. All right. Before I forget, let's pause these. I know there's a way to... Yes, here we go. Except for you. You can get built. But for the other housing, though, I will need to build this. And I'm actually going to place it kind of like this and this. The reason why I'm building these here... Oop, that's not good. All right. The reason why I'm building these houses and shelters here is I plan to put a market in this area. And if you aren't sure what the market does, it actually helps with boosting the morale of the people. If you have never played this game before or never seen it. And the benefit of having this, if you move the market right over here, not only it helps with moving stuff around here, it puts the food and all that over here, which boosts the morale, but it also makes logistics much better. So you want to make a balance between logistics and morale. There's also the trading post, but you don't need that right away. The ones you want to focus the most are maintaining your water, food, wood, scrap, tools, and radiation protection. Of course, you can see my tools and all that are not great, but that's only because I'm focusing on building these type of tools, the metal tools. If you want short-term usage, scrap tools, and they produce a lot faster, but long-term will be metal tools. Same thing with the mask. Scarves are good for low tier radiation, but you will get hit by medium to high, so the best is the activated charcoal to the radiation suit, but you're not going to get radiation suit right away. So I recommend focusing on the carbon mask as soon as you can, which requires a charcoal kiln. Keep in mind, these scenes will decrease the value of these homes. So if you want to keep your homes very high in content, install decorations. They'll help keep things nice and happy for your citizens. All right, we can continue. As we can see, I've actually prioritized some things. Even with this not being built, I can instantly now tell logistics what to do. Now, all these people are going to start walking around and doing their thing. And let's see. Technicians. I have more technicians? I don't remember. Maybe I do. I remember the farm, but I don't remember having more technicians. Tailor workshop. Oh, ammo factory. That's why. Oh, yeah, that's right. That makes sense. We don't need more than one person in the ammo. We definitely need another for technician. Okay. Let's speed it up. Yes. These are good to get. As long as you complete the requirements and finish it on time. So if you can, early game, try to get a scrapyard. It will help you all a lot early game. Just keep in mind, the further your scrapyard is, the less efficient it will be. So you want to prioritize building more of them closer to your areas. Like this will be a much longer distance, but it has more scrap. So eventually I need to build up another scrapyard to start working on all this, which I will start commencing now. And by the time all this gets built, something like this won't affect the outputs. As you can see, people get upset with this because it decreases by 4. But this, as you can see, increases it by 4. And having a campfire also increases it by 4. So literally, you just negated that. And you could have the benefit of having one of these nearby. So now we can do this and have logistic wise a temporary storage house like that. I would leave raw material on if you can, but turn off food, radiation, tools, medicine, community resource, and defense, and leave all this because you're going to be mostly making that into your scrap collecting facility if you can. And if you're worried about your citizens, you don't have to worry too much about them. If you want to make sure you're feeling fine with them, you can increase the amount of herbalists you can get. They're basically medicine gatherers. They get the herbs, and once you build up the hospital, they turn the herbs into actual medicine, which is actually really nice. So now, as you can see, I'm run into an issue of I don't have enough scrappers because they have to run all the way down here just to get the scrap and then come all the way back up to deliver the scrap. If you really want to prioritize, you can do something like this. Now they only give the resources to this one specific one right here. And again, like I said, don't worry about the wood and all that. When you have the forest lodgers are here, keep them on cut and reforest. You'll keep this area nice and green, and it helps with the herbalists because the more trees there are, the more herbs they can gather. All right. Looks like our builders are gathering the last remaining scrap and bringing them over. Another benefit of having all the roads, it actually increases the movement speed. So you want to keep building up roads as much as you can. For research, you can look into warehouse logistics. Advanced schools will be nice soon. So your education, for example, instead of doing one, it activates all of them, which you want soon as you can. But for the purpose, I'm just going to focus on gathering more scrap because I need more scrap to build up all of this. Now they're done building. They're making this. And now the 4 extra scrappers are on the route to collect all this. Now increase the production of this, which will help make more of these and finish up all of this. And like that. Now everybody's going around and finished building. As you can see, now the medical hospital is done. To make medicine, it's only 1 herb, which is good. Another thing too you want to focus is the decontamination. Sorry, I can't speak right now. Post. It keeps the foods and all that nice and clean, so radiation doesn't infect it. You want to keep your eye on your average health. Basically, this tells you if your population is going to get sick or increase the chance that they become infertile. You want to have a balance between all this. So, as we can see, they're doing all that. However, I've already noticed I don't have anybody making a certain resource, aka a recycler for bottles. So this easy solution, put one of these down, and there we go. And refiner is now assigned once all that is done. And we can see all this is under construction. It will take a minute to recalibrate everything, especially since I just built this. So, as you see, the wood is starting to rebuild slowly. Scrap, it's rebuilding. It just takes time. Which, the more scrap you can regenerate, the better. Eventually, I'll show you how to make like an infinite amount of scrap. Like scrap you'll never need to worry about ever again. It's a really broken thing, but super expensive. Oh, there we go. And here we are. The hospital is doing its thing now. So now it has 55 medicine that sucks. Prepare next. That needs to be repaired. So I will probably queue this up because I want my people to focus on building up the education system. All right, everybody looks like they're getting all settled in. And that looks like it's doing its thing. Oh yeah, we're doing fine. Another thing too is keep an eye on your food. If you ever see this start going below, I recommend you go deal with it right away. So, pretty sure you want hunter. We'll put that one there, and we will do capture. What I'm doing is I'm trying to sub a food pasture. See, this won't affect anybody. So I can actually put this right here. And what that does is once this gets built, it will hunt down things like buffalo or chicken. So I technically want to do, for example, both. Match where is a good question. I guess right here would be fine. So we'll just make the roads. Like I said, the more roads you can make, the better. And if you're worried about making it less cluttered, you have free space. Eventually, you can always rebuild everything. Like right now, I have no hunters. So I need to assign one. And I need to assign a few of these. As we can see, I am slowly running low on the population end, so I can actually enable these now. And what's about to happen is once all this gets built, buffalo is going to get set to that, and chickens are going to get set to this. Let's make a new area over here. So I'm going to set these up. So I'm gonna set these up like so I'm gonna plan this. So we're gonna build it like this. and do something like this. What I'm doing is making grain collectors. And 1, 2 of these. And set these up. All right. That'll be interesting to see. All right. So for chickens, let's bring them down. Actually, we'll do all 10. That's fine. Now you can see not only they're going to produce buffalo, but they're also going to produce milk, which both are good. And if you're worried that there's going to be an overpopulation, don't worry too much. Like I said, you will find out like a perfect balance in all this. So for right now, as you can see, I'm not producing enough wood because all my harvesters are currently busy. So I need to focus on hiring more foresters. They'll plant more trees and also harvest more wood for me to use. Now here we go. Advanced schools are now being researched. And here we are. And we will upgrade this. So, yeah. You will find perfect balance between all this eventually. Right now, it looks like I'm struggling on wood, which is true. Oh. Yeah, that's normal. And we have, unfortunately, have a few passers. So I need to reassign this to like that. You basically want to have your mortician go around and collect all the bodies, because if you don't, it lowers the morale, as you can see, which is not good. And we also came to a realization that we have a shortage on that. So I'm just going to enable this and put that into repair. But as we saw, my food is starting to drop, which can be an issue because I don't know if all my farmers are keeping up. Doesn't look like it. So this would be a good time to start a new farm. And we will start one right there. Eventually you'll be making like a kitchen, and it'll make making all this so much easier. Oh, nope. See, 250, 240 food right there. All right. We'll do carrots and assign a farmer. Harvest now. Harvest now. And this farmer should gain over here soon. Yes, yes, I'm fully aware. And I'm going to make another farm. If you're wondering what the biggest size farm you can make is a 16 by 16 farm. You can't go anything bigger than that. So honestly, I could put one like right here if I wanted to, like that. And now I can do carrots and assign another farmer. Now this person will come over here and start farming. Only reason why I'm struggling a little is because food reasons. So that's why I said you want to find a perfect balance between all this. And another thing too is if you're really worried about plants, you can use, where is it? Irrigation, this thing here. What it does is you put water in it and it keeps the area nice and wet. Oop, not that. For demo reasons. And here comes our first round of beef. There we go. And this should be doing its thing. Yeah, early game is always the struggle, I'll be honest. However, once you get all of it going, late game, it'll be so much easier. Like, getting the refinery would be nice, but it's not important. Most important will be wind turbines. It'll make everything so much more efficient. Warehouses will be nice, but that's not a priority right now. Food is our most priority. So, we'll be focusing on that. And we'll be setting this to hunt. So anything in here will instantly get hunted. Buffalo, chicken, cow. They'll all be hunted. All right. Here we go. So, this is why I said you need to have a perfect balance. Now we're facing a population decline right now is because we have so much older people than we have younger. So we're going to see a lot of people expire. But eventually these two dials will change when these will start outputting more kids. Reason why I'm not focusing so heavy right now. So for example, I need to increase this by an extra 50. Sorry, extra 0. You basically want to keep your food stockpiles pretty high. You will unlock this over time. The greenhouse is nice, but it's not necessity. If you're still struggling on food, all right. So now we came to an issue where our population is starting to run its course, so it recommends increasing. I recommend at least doing it so you don't get the negative modifier. It's not worth the negative modifier to ignore. Okay, so for this one, I recommend doing either medium or low. Turn these on.
You've said my people are hopeless cases. We were once. I took in one and all. Together we are strong. Give.
Okay, so for this guy, he just wants something. So just give him some tribute. And they aren't going to attack you if you do that. There's no repercussions for doing it. There's no loss or anything. And plus, losing some metal, I'm perfectly fine with because I wasn't using those anyway. Okay. Now, we can activate this. And what it should do... Oh, here we go. Now we had another issue. And we need less scrappers. And it looks like our population is slowly increasing. As we can see, people are taking a certain path that makes it go slower. So I'm going to make it easier for them. All right, we're really, really low on water. That's not good. Okay. I'm making everybody water gatherers right now. I'm going to set this to low. Okay. Honestly, if I fail this, I fail this. You don't get it on the first try. You try and go from your positive to errors or errors to positives. You learn from your mistakes. It looks like I'll be fine, maybe. I don't know. It's a pretty close call. I honestly think I failed to save. I think I expanded too fast. I think that was my issue. Because now I'm having some population decline. On top of, I'm not sure I have enough water for the drought. Which is not good. I'm not worried about an epidemic. And now we are in a drought. So I'm going to have everybody assigned to be builders. So when it becomes wet season again, I can have all this get built quickly as possible. And the only thing we're hurting on is refining. I'm going to set that refining. Actually, I might have saved this one. Oh, this one's out of scrap. So let's focus on this area. How about this one? Is this one out of scrap? No. Okay. Oh, all right. Reassign those people. Make this a priority. All right. I'm not worried about water because once all this gets built, we should be fine. One thing I will think about is this. The reason why I'm building that is for the plants and this. You'll see soon. Yeah, no. Uh, I'll make those right now. Okay. We're gonna do like this. Not worried. Maybe I'm a little worried. I am getting pretty close. Once the water starts balancing back out, we will be fine. I'm going to increase the population. No, I honestly think this is a goner of a save. Oh, that's why. Oh, that is bad. No wonder why I'm struggling. Come on, hurry. Hurry, hurry. I was wondering why. I was like, wait, why isn't it not working? Now that makes sense. Is this still getting repaired? Yes. Okay. Now we're starting to see water stabilizing. That was a scary moment. Just how much damage is there? Oh. Okay, maybe I won't be building these. If you're almost done, you might as well keep going. Repair this one too. Yeah, as we can see, the food is starting to increase dramatically, which is good. The water is also increasing really fast too. That's also good. Okay, missing repairs for this building. That's fine. Just refill these reservoirs. Great, more repairs need to be done. Okay, where's the queue for repairs? Nope, that's all right. I guess I'll do this. Set repairs as a high priority, and we can start to see all the repairs are being done. Black means fully damaged. Red means severely damaged. Orange is pretty damaged. And green is slightly damaged. If it's black or red, it becomes basically useless as a building. You want green or yellow. Sorry. Yeah, green or orange. And missing repairs. Yep. That's pretty much how it goes. Mm, all right. So, oh yeah, my water situation and food is starting to improve greatly. And that's now almost done. Perfect. So what I just unlocked, and something you want to look into eventually, is called a weather station. And the name applies, but what it truly does is actually something really helpful. So if I put it right here, yeah, right here, and get this thing built, and no, it doesn't have any side effects to it. Nobody really cares about it. So you're perfectly fine to put it right there if you want, or anywhere depending on your save. So it looks like my population is starting to increase, but also balance. So I'm actually going to take advantage of this and make a new farm right here. And assign a new farmer. And and everybody is clearing out the radiation for this area, which is not bad. And I believe everything else should be rebuilding. Yes. So everything should be fine. I'm going to assign 3 builders. And I believe There we go. Sign that person. And look, you can look at this. So, for example, if you want to make squash, it'll take two of these bars and about a fourth. So, point 0.4 would be about here to here-ish, somewhere in here, as an example. But it makes more food sometimes. You can look at these and go, okay, well, carrot can actually produce more, so you want to spread your food around it. Have a nice balance. And when it comes to the wood, these can also make wood for you. They just have to cut down the trees. As we can see, everything is getting rebuilt. And here comes the shockwave. Nothing permanently damaged. We got lucky. Which is actually good. We definitely don't want permanent damage. Alright, I'm actually going to assign 4 builders so they can get around building and fixing. And looks like I need to assign this to heavy metals again. Okay. Definitely need to increase the foresters and my charcoal. Oh, no, increase charcoal burners. Eventually, you unlock the ability to upgrade your tailor shops and all that. But able for you to do that, you have to unlock something else called expedition research. But I'm going to show off the weather station first before ending the video. Once all this gets rebuilt, of course. That's why I'm increasing the builders so they can go around and fix things real fast. They just take the resources and fix them up based on the requirements here. So we can see like right here, they're still clearing this area out. This one here only has so much scrap left. But if you actually assign it for like this, now you have so much scrap you can get from over there. Or you can assign it over here. Like, I should assign this to actually start going over here. And have it start tearing all that apart. And repair should be almost complete. Yes, they just need a few more things and they should be fine. Oh, looks like that one is fully repaired. Ah, see? So there's different versions of radiation. There's the red one, orange one, or yellowish, you can say, or the green. Green is low, this is medium, and this is high. You don't like high. You just want these two best as you can. Because it affects your cellars in a bad way. So now we can actually see this get built. And yeah, this thing toggles between these two now. I'm not worried about it. Only thing you should be worried if the population, like for example, like that. Now that tells me I need to build another cemetery in the areas. So I need to go to here and build another one. You want multiple cemeteries in your playthrough. And okay, so here we go. So for your rain collectors, set them to high, but set these to medium. You're fine with these collecting like high levels because with these, they can use activated charcoal to filter them out. The plants, however, you want them to be set to medium or high, like medium to high, because you don't want those getting contaminated with higher levels of radiation compared to other things. And the nice thing about this, you can actually see what your radiations are going to be based on the rain level. There's the no rain, having contaminated rain, weak, medium, and there's actually one more called normal rain. So as you can see, so now since I have another one of these, I need to set another mortician. Now what they'll do is go around and start collecting the bodies. And the bodies will get brought to here and it will prevent another outbreak. If you really want to speed it up, you can assign more, but generally it doesn't really take more than just one person. Unless you have a huge column, then you want to assign more morticians. It just prevents more outbreaks. You definitely don't want outbreaks. All right. For the last, I guess, demonstration, you could, like, I'm gonna assign another school here, so that can get built. And I'm also going to show off this. So this thing is pretty small. So space wise, you can honestly put it like right here for me, at least. Ah, see, there's the radiation. Now you can see how it's affecting this. Now you can see why I said you want to be careful with the radiation. Once this is built, I'll show off what it does. Oh yeah, the music is awesome. Assign more teachers. Oh, I'm already almost at max. Okay, I guess I'll commence this then. Get the refinery going. Oh, there it is. Uncontaminated rain. That's what we want to see. Yep. Because these charcoals are going to start using up due to the radiation level. And the mask, it's going to eat up the charcoal kiln, which eventually will reach into the wood. If you want to fix it, you can build more wood areas. which I will eventually, because I'll probably put another one over here or something. All right, we got another school. That's helpful. Yeah, see, this one's affected by radiation. So I need to set up another decontamination post. So that doesn't happen. And I'll assign two. This is waiting for another bottle, which requires more scrap, which that needs to do. This is also waiting on the return of the scrappers. Like I said, early game, you're gonna be facing a lot of hardships with these. But late game, you won't see any issues with them because eventually all this will just go away. However, you still want to focus on trying to make much mask as you can. So I'm actually going to build another charcoal kiln right here. And I'm actually going to build another forester right here. So I'm going to place that one there, that one there. I'm actually going to assign them right here. All right. And task resume. And I can assign more workers. And for the charcoal burners, I can assign more. The only thing they need is wood and scrap. Oh, here we go. This is what you want to see. So now I assign a few of these guys. They're going to collect some water and food and make some rations. And once there's enough, I'll show you what they do. Yeah, I know.
They
Yeah.
say I eat.
Ah, see. I'm more fine with water than I am with food. Because I can generate way more water than I can with food. Ah, that explains why I'm not seeing much scrap come in. My levels with scrappers were too low. That was my bad. Let's get rid of that. Ooh. Ah, that's not good. Oh, that's bad. Oh, yeah, that's another benefit of having irrigation. It will keep the radiation like away from it. So if you wanted to, you can make these like a barrier or something. It's not a good barrier, but it's something, but it requires a lot of bottles to do. So that's something to keep in mind. Basically, I say this is more your friend, and this is your friend, and that's like an annoying cousin. Oh, well, I think it's time to pause and call it. So, what the rations do before I end the video is you can send scouts and they'll go over here and check things out. And you can assign a settlers to go over there. And the rations are actually action points. And you want to balance out between your rations and your settlers. Because the more rations you put in there, the heavier it is, and less space they can bring other stuff back. So we will continue this another time. So I'll save. And I'll call that a video.